Yo, 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 what's happening, people? And welcome back to Neeks Sports. It's a review show. Arsenal comfortable winners at the Hawthorns. Arsenal nil, West Bromwich Albion. West Brom nil, Arsenal job. West Brom nil, Arsenal 4. Let's get into it. Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. And yeah, we're back. Arsenal comfortably beaten West Brom today. Um, Good, very good victory for Arsenal. Back to back wins now in the Premier League. After that, yeah, handsome win, and playing football that I've not seen for a long time. Like ruthless from all ends of the pitch. Like everyone was like on it from start to finish. It was a magnificent performance. Everyone put in a shift today. Everyone worked hard, and yeah, as a good win. Um, People get in the comments. Let me know, what did you think of the game? Is Arsenal back? Is it time to start saying that now? Are Arsenal back as whatever they are, or are they just on a good bit of form? And does it show that maybe Arteta is the right man for the job? A lot of people were saying that he needs to go. A lot of people saying his job was too big for him. 3 wins later, you started to think, hold on a second, if we have a bit of patience, is there still a chance for Arsenal to get out of this mud and for Arteta to be the man to take Arsenal going forward? Get in the comments, let me know. Get in the chat, let me know what you lot thought of the game. For me, it was just convincing, man. It was just all over the pitch. Everyone was just on it, start to finish, man. Um, couldn't be more proud of the team today, the way that they played. Um, this was all that was missing for me. Big up Shane. It's Aubameyang still can't score. This is the only thing that was missing. All I wanted was the Aubameyang goal. He came close a couple of times. A couple of shots just evaded him, and one where it was a bit tame. And but you can see he's desperate for it. You can see he was kind of hunting it, maybe more than trying to feed everyone else. You know, at 3-4-0, desperately trying to get the goal. Wasn't to be for him today, unfortunately, Aubameyang. But no, nevertheless, listen, there's plenty of positives to talk about in today's game. I felt like we came out with an intensity to go win the game. From minute one, it was like an energy that Arsenal wanted to go and try. There was effort from the players. Obviously, it was looking like it was going to be a write-off with the snow, but they kept it moving. They kept trying, and created plenty of chances. Could have been so much more for Arsenal, and maybe should have been. It was just brilliant football into the pitch. As Gunnar Life says, yeah, comfortable, nice professional performance tonight, and our best game of the season so far. Started off well, looked threatening from the off. We need to be like that. Emirates. Yeah, definitely. Our away form seems to be alright, to be honest. Our away form seems to be doing okay. We kind of been fighting quite well away from home, but at the Emirates we sort of start to falter a bit. So it's a bit strange that we do well away and at home we struggle, but nevertheless, 3 wins on a bounce, one being at home against Chelsea, and two away at Brighton and West Brom. Um, all good. Yeah, Shane is not taking away anything from Arsenal, but West Brom are awful. Yeah, they were awful. There's no doubt about it, and we'll get on to West Brom in a second because they weren't playing good football at all. Most of them just looked like they didn't even want to be here, and you struggle to see how that team could stay up. But then you say that last week they put in a performance, albeit defensively, against Liverpool and got a point at Anfield. So I don't know what's happened from them. Were Liverpool that bad that day, or were West Brom that good defensively? Because we cut them open so many times, just on the counter attacks. So yeah, man, it was just poor that I thought. Can I imagine if Chelsea lose tomorrow after my listen, 3 points behind Chelsea, and they got to play Man City. Let them go play Man City, and we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening, man. I mean, Man City is a tough game for anyone. So if they don't win at Man City, then we're on their tails and we're looking upwards now. We're not looking over our shoulders now. We're playing with a lot more confidence and a lot more freedom. And with the fixtures that we've got coming up, it allows you to do that. You know, it allows you to maybe play the same sort of football. We're now looking at West Ham, 3 points behind West Ham, 3 points behind Southampton. Um, that little group of cluster of teams all on the same sort of points. And we're not so much looking over our shoulders again. All of a sudden we've got a good gap on the bottom three, as it were, and it's now a potential race to see how far we can finish in the table. And if we can get a good run of results, if we can beat the likes of Palace and the likes of Newcastle, we could just be looking upwards to a potentially saving what looked like it was going to be a disastrous season. Big up Art by Dims. His thoughts on Arteta bringing on Willian. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it. I didn't really want to see it. Listen, the main thing for me is that Arsenal players start playing well, all of them, including Willian. The other day people were getting onto Lacazette. He ain't scoring. Why is he there? Needs to go. Root talks about going to Roma. Blah 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 blah. Lacazette starts scoring, and everyone starts loving him again. Now, Willian, don't get me wrong, has got a lot to do to get to that level, but I want Willian playing in his best form. If Willian plays well, Arsenal play better. Arsenal play well. Willian, he's obviously got the tech, but maybe he hasn't got the legs as much. I don't know. But I want Willian playing well. I want Willian now fighting to get back into the team because he's now lost his place, really and truly. Saka, Martinelli, Aubameyang, out wide, and Willian and Pepe are holding bench. So I want him to play well. I want him to go out now and prove to the manager why maybe you should be starting in that squad. Got Newcastle in the FA Cup next week. Maybe that's an opportunity. But I wouldn't have bought him on myself. But listen, 3-4 up, you can literally bring on who you want. I wouldn't even mind if you change the goalkeepers at this point. Really, wasn't bothered at all. 3 points is all I want. Chase is a neutral. I think Pablo Mari looks like a good player. Listen, he ain't put a foot wrong. He ain't put a foot wrong. Since we put him in January, he's been solid in the Arsenal side. Played some games in the FA Cup to start with, couple in the league, got injured against Man City, and then was obviously out for months. And I was disappointed that in that. I felt like he could have had a run, and maybe if he played well towards the end of if he was playing to the end of the season, we may not even had to get Gabriel. But obviously we did for cover, and you just wonder now what Arteta will do when Gabriel comes back, because Holden's been alright. Mari looks comfortable. Is he going to go with a three? Is he going to go with two left footers in Gabriel and Mari? Seems like it's not something that people want to do. So maybe take the risk. Maybe Arteta will take the risk and he'll go out and he'll play them both. Yeah, Gunnar Fanfalao says that he reads the game well, but he struggles with pace. That's it. He's a bit slow. But maybe when you have someone like Gabriel next to him, it could cover. It could work. They could work very well together because Gabriel has got pace and he will run and chase a man down. Whereas Mari just looks comfortable. He can head the ball well. He can play out from the back. He's got a decent pass in him. Holden seems the one like he was passing out more, but it's an opportunity there at the back. No one's taken it with open hands. David Luiz has been sometimes this season. Holden's been good, I won't lie. Or maybe it's Mari and Willian fighting for a place in that side. It's gonna be good. But this is what I want: competition for places, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. With that, Hala Madrid saying this Abbas play. I tell you what, he did play. He did play. Danny Sabas was brilliant. He was all over the pitch, pinging balls left, right, and center. So I don't know if it's January and people were saying he needs to go back to Real Madrid or whatever, but he played how I wanted him to play for about a year. Like he played so well. Like he had a great ball where he dinked it over the top. Who was coming onto it? Maybe Lacazette? It was someone coming in from the right, Lacazette or Saka, and it was just majestic, man. He was on it all game, and this is exactly the reason why I said in my preview that I wanted Sabas to start, because this is a game where I felt like you get a bit more freedom to run on the ball. El Neni is a bit too calm, is a bit too defensive, where you got Danny Ceballos with his vow and his commitment to attack the game and run forward. Um, you could easily see him opening up the West Brom defence. And the reality is that is exactly what happened today. He did great, and we got the 3 points. We got the 3 points. So it'll be interesting to see again if maybe in Newcastle Crystal Palace game, if that's an option for Mikel Arteta to do and to play. Shane says if Arsenal don't get better long term, Saka might leave. But 21 is coming. He just signed a new deal. I'm not ready. I don't think he will leave anytime soon. Maybe if he didn't sign, I'd be worried. But now he signed a deal. I'm not worried at all. And if we do sell him, we're looking for the big money for him, because he's got such a good future ahead. But yeah, he seems happy. There's always that doubt. Obviously, you think that someone might leave or whatever, but he's got a trophy in his cabinet already here at Arsenal, and he'll be looking to go and win more, no doubt about it. And maybe he believes in the long term process of what Arteta's trying to do with him. He's obviously got a lot of friends here in Smith Rowe and Maitland-Niles, bringing in with the experience of the Aubameyangs, the Parteys, and could be a very good career. He's got a very good career ahead of him, and definitely he's a talented boy. He's a talented boy. William has remained on the bench for me. Smith Rowe's earned his place. I hope William can make me eat humble pie and make me eat more words. I don't see it happening personally though. Yeah, I don't really think William's got a say in getting that first team at the moment. Do you know the thing with Smith Rowe? And I was saying it before. He picks up pockets of space where he drags players out, and maybe that's just playing um, the number 10. Maybe that's just playing the number 10. But him being in that position just pulls away the DM or a centre back, and it allows a space for the Aubameyangs and the Sakas and the Lacazettes to get in. So yeah, for me, Smith Rowe has been a joy to watch, man. It's nice seeing him there. 3 good games from him. Was brilliant in that first game and was brilliant today. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see what he does going forward. Now, does Arteta rest him up for the FA Cup, or does he play him to get his minutes up? I don't know, but he's definitely one who people were talking about loaning out. Now he's staying. Now he's staying, man. The young kids, I'm proud of them, man. Proud of them. Come through our academy very well and are just balling at the top level. And no, I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it. Arsenal are back. The title race is on. Maybe a bit too early for that this year. But listen, there's something that Arteta's building with his players, and if he can give him the time, if he can get the resources, if he can get the players he wants, long term, I'm sure he'll be looking to start challenging at the top end of the table. But there's no doubt about it. Arsenal are playing very well at the moment. Sometimes this happens in the Premier League. You go through a certain amount of games, can't buy a win. Now, can't we don't even look like we're going to drop points at all. And at the back, we're brilliant, solid. Leno barely had anything to do because defensively we were solid in there. And as I said, still got Gabriel, still got Partey to come back in, man. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Yeah, 21 was coming. Yeah, make it come in. I don't care who wins the Premier League this year, as long as you lot don't let Spurs win it. I don't mind. Then you lot can go win your Premier League. I just want to get Arsenal up the table and moving, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I do have to point out a Kieran Tierney masterclass. Like, as I said at the start of the video, he has been magnificent all season. Couple of bad games here and there, it happens. But on the ball, going forward, whipping those balls in, whipping excursion. That man is just brilliant, man. And the goal today, to take the ball out on the left, spin it round the man, run round the other side and bend it in with his right foot, filthy. Absolutely filthy. He was sensational today, man. And this is what I want. Again, confidence in the side, confidence in Tierney to just run at man. He's doing what Aubameyang should have been doing. Round the defender, bam, top bins on his weaker right foot. And that just started things off. He was whipping balls in left, right, and centre today. He was just he was dominating that game today. Great ball in for Lacazette's goal as well. Another good ball in towards Aubameyang, which just missed. Yeah, kid's got it all, man. He's got a good future ahead of him, a good head on him. A lot of people talking about captain material or red maybe not just yet, but listen, he's a leader on the pitch, and you could tell how much he wants to win and how much he wants to play well, and how much that goal meant to him. Actually, he really enjoyed that goal. He's been having a couple of pop shots, and yeah, to see it go into the top bins, delighted for him. And listen, as I said before, Lacazette. People been getting on to Lacazette. You ain't scored enough. You ain't doing enough. Boys, 5 goals in 4 games now. 5 goals in 4 games for Lacazette. Um, start something. Start something now for Laka. When Aubameyang's off form, you need players. I said this before. Aubameyang's, yes, the best player at the club by far, but sometimes he goes through a bad patch, and he's been going through it now. You need the man around him to do well, and Lacazette is getting in the right place at the right time. Yes, a couple of tap-ins, but you got to be there. And maybe it's just where Aubameyang isn't being at the moment is where Lacazette is, and he's in form. He's enjoyed his football again. You can tell even the play, and we'll get to the second goal. I ain't forgotten that, but the play in that move with him being like a false nine, it was brilliant, man. Again, another great game from Lacazette. Slowly just going about his business, doing his job. Even from the start of the season, just getting your 1 goal a game or whatever. Um, Bags of praise today. Very, very happy with him. And I'm glad he got the start. I'm glad because I didn't have him in my starting lineup, but it was only because Martinelli's been playing well. Maybe Martinelli now comes in next week. I'm not sure, but headaches. Arteta's got a headache, and that's what I want because no one was giving him a headache a few weeks ago. Now all of a sudden, great football, and Arteta is playing well, and Arteta's got the team playing well. And Bukayo Saka, another one. I can't believe I'm naming all of these individuals because normally I don't. Normally I just say who done well or what happened in the game. But that goal from Saka was absolutely brilliant. The football. It actually started off with Emil Smith-Rowe. If you watch his first ball inside, and he just span and he went, and then Lacazette to Emil Smith-Rowe, um, into Saka and a tap in, and then Emil Smith-Rowe could have gone for goal himself. He could have tried to dink it. He could have tried to place it, but unselfishly, we need the goal. Laid it on the plate for Saka, and Saka just does what Saka does, man. He's getting goals. He's getting assists game by game, going about his business slowly. One of the best teenagers in the Premier League, if not Europe, right now. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. As I said at the start of the video, one of the first names in the team sheet, if not the first. The guy's got so much quality about him, man. He's so silky on the ball, step overs, cutting in, and he settles into his position. On the right wing, a lot of people saying maybe he shouldn't be there, but the way he was cutting in on his left foot, whipping balls into the box today, I'm not sure. He's doing more than what Pepe was doing on that right wing. I'll tell you that for a fact. I know some of you lot are talking about Pepe in the chat. Should Arsenal cash in on Pepe? What I would say, I agree. I agree with Gunnar for Lafa. There is something about him. He's got some quality about him, but he's not consistent enough. And if you ain't consistent enough, and other people are, i.e. Saka, like Saka's bagging a goal or assist basically every game at the moment, and Pepe isn't. And while she isn't, then you don't deserve to be starting. So right now, you have to hold a bench, no matter how much you cost. No matter how much you cost, you got to hold bench. So right now, he's got to hold the bench. Get some form in the FA Cup. I said this when he was in the Europa League. Get some form, and you might get an opportunity. But right now, you can't get into that lineup. And I don't think we should necessarily cash in on him because it's the player in there. But it's about getting it out of him and getting him to produce it on a week by week basis. Maybe we just can't get the best out of him with the way that we was playing, and now if we are playing well, he's not part of it. Unfortunately, it happens, but so it goes sometimes. Um, you might be able to see running down the bottom of the ticker. I predicted Arsenal win today. I predicted a 2-0 win. Ended up being 4-0. So I hold my hands up. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a 2-0 win. It was a 4-0 win, but I'll take that. 3 wins in the bounce. I'll absolutely take it. And I just want to show you guys the those of you that are Neek Sports regulars will know that we do our well, that I'm doing my score predictions of each game as it goes. And I've been predicting what results I thought Arsenal would be getting, and this is where we are so far. Can you see that there? Arsenal. So I've got Arsenal. I've got Arsenal on 30 points because I'm basically predicting game by game where I thought Arsenal would be by the end of the season. And I've got them on 30 points right now. They are currently on 23 points. And I've got them, a slightly better goal difference than they got at the moment. But we're building. We're building towards the target. 30 points right now has Arsenal sitting in third place, 3 points off the top. So I'm saying, I'm literally doing this game by game. So I'm saying the games that we should be winning, or the games that I felt like we should have maybe getting points here and there, it's putting us second place in the league. Simple victories that we should have been getting the likes of Burnley and Leeds and Southampton, which just dropping points, could have held us in second place in the league. But as it stands right now, we're not there. We're down in 11th place, but it shows you that a bit of form, a bit of confidence in Arsenal's side, and this is exactly where we're heading to the right way. I'm obviously hoping for more of the same, more, and impress me. This is one of Arsenal's best performances of the season. All I want is for the sides to play well and continue impressing me, and we'll be getting somewhere. Shane says, are you confident Arsenal will buy well during the summer, considering how many players will be leaving? Am I confident? No, not necessarily. But do I hope that they get it right? Of course. Like, as you said, Ozil off, Socrates off, Kolasinac off, Mustafi off. That's four big names off the wage bill. Others may get sold, like Torreira, Guendouzi. There's space there to invest in a good team. It's just whether or not Edu and Co get it right or not. Some of their signings have been good. Let's not forget, Mikel brought in Pablo Mari in January. He brought in Gabriel, and he's brought in Thomas Partey. Yes, the likes of Cedric and Willian have been brought in as well, and who may not have worked as well. But there's signs there that they are building. They can see what they want to build. And they wanted Aouar. It's not like they didn't see that we needed to create a midfielder. They wanted to get Houssem Aouar from Lyon. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the deal over the line. But listen, there's a process that Arteta needs to get right here. He's now the manager at Arsenal. He's not a coach anymore, so he needs to work with Edu and really try and work out the player that Arsenal need. Now, maybe it's good that we're getting into a bit of form, that clubs are starting to look at Arsenal as a potential to come and do something. They're like, I spoke in the preview the likes of Isco. Not quite sure on man like Isco yet. I'm not sure if he's at the form to come and do it. Is it going to be another Willian? Is it going to be another sort of player on a wage bill that looks like he should be doing better than he is and has dropped down to get to Arsenal's level, and not really the same guy he was? I'm not sure. But it's evident that we're desperate for someone else to just help create, doing what Emil Smith-Rowe is doing, getting on the ball and creating opportunities, man. Someone on a world-class level would absolutely yam up this place if they were sitting in number 10, because it's just like, when Arsenal play well, the freedom of the pitch is there. The freedom of the pitch is there, and they just look sensational. But equally, when they get it wrong, it can look very, very horrible. Are we still interested in our? Yeah, I don't know. I think that ship sailed. The way that Leon are dealing with it, it looks like it's one that's going to get away. But yeah, that one looks like he's a good player, but I just feel like we just haven't got enough of the funds that they want, and they keep playing around with the asking price. So I think that one's one that got away. I don't know where I stand with Arteta, but I want him to do well because he's managing Arsenal. Don't have any allegiance towards him personally. Of course, that's it. That's it. As an Arsenal fan, you want your team to do well, and whoever's at the helm, you want them to do well. I want Arteta and Edu I'll tell you. I want Arteta and Edu to succeed at Arsenal, of course. They're in charge right now. Former players running the shop. Are they inexperienced? Definitely. Can I see something in them that there's a process there? Yeah, I can. And that's why I weren't screaming to get Arteta out. I weren't screaming to get him sacked because I don't think that's necessarily the the, the main problem at the club. There's a lot of problems, and I don't think it's necessarily just the manager. There's a lot of players that need to go from this club, and there's a big restructure that needs to take place. But if we can get the results bit by bit, he can start to build a good team, and that's all we ask for. Just go about your business, build a good team, and you never know what can happen. Um, Shane says Arsenal need to buy in January if they've got any chance of getting top four. Listen, I'm not even looking at the top four right now, because right now we don't even have the audacity. Last week it was a relegation battle. Now we're looking upwards. I just want to keep winning game by game. I'm not even looking at top four right now. I think target would be just way too big to even think about that right now. The only way we can get there is if we had like a, dare I say it, a Bruno Fernandes type signing who comes and hits the ground running. I can't see us getting that person in. So we just got to take it game by game. Win each game as it goes. I'm looking at Crystal Palace next, Newcastle in the FA Cup, and then Crystal Palace next at the Emirates, and try and just get on a good run. That's all we need. Just get on a good run, and I think we might be all right. And start this form 3-3. We get Palace, we get 4-4. Then we start to move, man. But listen, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all for joining. Please make sure on your way out, just hit that like for us if you enjoyed this video today, and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Neeks Sports if you're new around here. And yeah, thank you all for joining. And we'll be back next week to see if Arsenal can progress in the Arsenal Invitational FA Cup trophy against Newcastle, where we try to defend our trophy. But guys, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon.